Week, we're going to talk about the concept of feeling like in order to succeed in business, that it needs to be hard. Anyone else ever feel that way? That if you want to get ahead in business, it must be hard. That if things feel easy, most likely they're not going to work. Anyone? I know I do that to myself sometimes, where I just think, all right, like I need the plan or I need this or that. So this week on the podcast, on the Thinking Like a Boss podcast, we had Christine McAllister come on and share her story and share her journey of being an entrepreneur. And she is a coach. She helps with business planning. She helps with mindset. But she shared her struggle also about feeling like if I want this to succeed, then I must have to work really hard at it. And I think that this is something that's really ingrained in us as young children, right? And I think that as entrepreneurs, it doesn't really serve us. And I understand that, all right, let me just back up for a second. So as young children, we are told, right, in order to succeed, in order to get a good grade, we have to study really, really hard. We have to put a lot of work in. And if we do that, then we will be successful. And I think for entrepreneurship, this isn't always the case. And then as we're young children, right, we have this ingrained in our mind and we go on to high school. And the same thing there. You have to work hard. You have to work really hard if you want to pass all the standardized tests. If you then want to go on to college, then when you're in college, you've got to work hard. You've got to get the internship and really prove yourself. You have to go above and beyond. You have to burn yourself out in order to succeed, which is not true, right? However, in corporate America, it is a little bit of a reality, which is sad, right? And then again, we move on from college, maybe to grad school, or then finding your first job, and you feel like, in order to succeed, I have to work really, really, really hard. And unfortunately, that is how a lot of corporate America is run, right? And as entrepreneurs, when we create our own business, we have to sort of get out of that past mindset, because that past mindset is not going to serve us anymore, because it's not true for entrepreneurship. As entrepreneurs, we have to do what's best. And that doesn't always mean it's going to be hard, okay? And we have to first work on setting the foundation. So once you set the foundation in your business, then from there, it doesn't have to be as hard anymore. So again, let me back up for a second. I think I'm like getting ahead of myself a little bit. When you first start a business, most likely, it's going to be tiring. It's going to feel like it's way out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to do like all the things, right? And you don't have to do them all at once. You can do them eventually, but eventually you're going to need a website. You're going to need social media if you want to engage with people and find customers. Whether you have a brick and mortar business or you have an online business, you're going to need to set up packages or pricing or whatever. All of that stuff is going to need to be there, right? But again, you get to choose how hard or how easy you want it to be. And that depends on, again, the pressure you put on yourself. So I remember when I came into the entrepreneurial space, can't talk, I think that's the mailman, and Turbo goes crazy. Turbo, please. You're okay. He really likes to protect us. So when I came into the space, I felt like it's going to be hard. I got to do all the things. And realized, all right, I don't have to do them all right away. I can just launch the business and little by little add these things on. So I ended up starting my business way before I felt like I was ready. And remember, guys, again, in the beginning, I lost my train of thought for a second. Sorry. Turbo. in the beginning, you have to set the foundation, but once it's there, it doesn't have to be as hard. That's where I wanted to get at. So what I do want to do is I want to share with you guys a couple little things today. Let me move this over here. So I have some bullet points I want to go through. So how can you get out of that mindset of believing that things have to be hard in order for them to work, and start believing that they don't actually have to be so hard? So number one, what I like to do is tell my people, read stories of successful entrepreneurs who overcame this lie. So what I said was, I did this and found that people worked hard for years to eventually uncover the secret to success was staying in a positive mindset in your business and only doing what feels good in your business. So sometimes we think, because it has to be hard, I have to do all these things, but those things worked for other people's businesses, and it doesn't mean that it's going to work for your business, okay? And that is like something that you have to really test. You have to see. So at first I thought that all of these fancy sales funnels and technical stuff in the background was what was going to make me successful. I tried, and I realized, you know what, that's not the key to my success. The key to my success is just showing up, being visible, and creating relationships and growing relationships. So the next one, begin replacing "this is hard and I don't have enough time" with "I am only given what I'm capable of handling and I have plenty of time for the things that matter the most to me." Okay, I know this is hard, and I have plenty of time for the things that matter the most to me. And keep that mindset and only focus on the things that matter the most to you, okay? So hold on one second. I have so many screens up right now, guys, because I'm recording this and I have this on Facebook and on Instagram. So I'm trying to like pull this around for a second. Number 3, visualize what your life would look like if it were easy. How would you spend your day in your business? What would you say no to? What would you do more of in your business? What would you do less of in your business? And now go and act as if, okay? If business didn't have to feel hard, what would your day look like? So for me, business feels a little bit hard right now because we're in a different transition stage in our lives with a bunch of different things going on. And if business could be really easy, what would feel exciting for me and what I would do more of is just more coaching or more therapy now that I'm doing therapy again. More of just like showing up and not worrying about all the little things in the background. Okay, number 4. Lastly, only do what lights you up, even if it feels too easy to work. Okay, and I want to share something with you. Back in winter of 2018, I had it on my heart to relaunch my mastermind again. And decided, all right, I'm going to relaunch it. And I'm not going to create a sales page because things were a little crazy then. I had just found out that I was pregnant with Charlie, and I had Annabelle. And I said, I just have this on my heart. I just really want to launch this mastermind, but I don't feel like doing all the things. I don't feel like making it hard. I don't feel like making it stressful. I just want to launch this with ease. And I didn't create a sales page. I'm just minimizing this window. Didn't create a sales page. I didn't have this big launch calendar. All I did was show up and talk about it and go and invite people. And guys, it was the most successful launch I've ever had in my business, okay? That wasn't this winter, that was the winter before. And I know why it was because I told myself, I'm just going to do what's in my power and what feels easy for me. And I'm not going to complicate this. And I'm not going to make it hard for myself. So my question for you today is, what are you making harder than it really needs to be? What is there in your business that maybe you're saying, this has got to be hard? And how can you sort of step back and simplify it, okay? I think simplicity is the answer for so many things. Time is also an answer for so many things, but I really think that simplicity. So how can you not complicate it? So recently for me, I've had some juggling with my schedule, with our whole family schedule, with a lot of different balls in the court, a lot of things unknown. Hi, Noor, so good to see you. A lot of unknowns, okay? Because my book is launching soon, February 16th. We have the eatery going on. We've got all this stuff happening. And I said, how can I really make my business feel simple for the next 6 months? And in the past, what felt really simple for me was having just a couple clients at like a 6-month package, right? And giving them tons of support through Voxer, through email, through texting, and really just focusing on those clients and also having my mastermind. Yay, thank you. And I'm so excited to chat with you later, Noor. We have our session later. And that felt really easy. But with not knowing what's going to happen in the next 6 months, how demanding my schedule might be, I said, you know what? I don't really know what's going to work for me. And I think for a while I was like, I have to make this work because this is what worked in the past. And I finally came to terms with it probably about a month ago that it worked in the past. It felt really easy in the past. But now to try to envision what my life is going to be like in six months, I just can't. And that feels really hard to go out there and to invite women to work with me for a full 6 months when I don't even know where my life will be in 6 months. So I said, I'm going to take the pressure off myself. I'm going to give myself some grace. And I'm going to start just doing single sessions with people again. Because to be perfectly honest, I can see where my life is going to be in a month, in 2 months, but that's about it. I can't see any further than that. And what I envision for a month or 2 months is probably so different than what it's actually going to be. So only committing to one session at a time. So that's what I did. And guys, what happened? I started to book a whole bunch of single sessions with clients. And that is also why I decided I'm just going to reopen my therapy practice. That was one of the reasons why. I can serve people, I can be present, and I don't have to commit to something that's 6 months, that's a year. But I can be there and I can be present. And I can be present on this one day of the week, right? So no matter where my life is, like I can always be present on one day of the week. But I don't have to worry about the in-between as much. So my question again for you today is, what is feeling really hard? And what can you do to not make it hard? What can you do to step back, to simplify, and to wait for the success to come with this simplifying of that thing? All right? So great to see you guys today. I would love for you to go on over to the podcast. First of all, subscribe. If you love the episode, please leave a review. It helps us so much. I recently found out that the reviews are the thing that really pushes your podcast in front of more eyes. So the more reviews we can get, the better. I have so many surprises with the podcast for you guys. Like, I can't wait to share. I cannot wait to share with you guys. We have probably right now a good 20 episodes, I would say, that are recorded. I can't believe, man, that's a lot of episodes. I've been recording a lot this summer. We have about 20 episodes that are ready to be released. And I can't wait to release them into the world and for you guys to listen. So please, again, go over to the podcast, subscribe, leave a review, share with other people. I put the link in the Facebook Live. And listen to Christine's message for the week. It's so, so, so good.